Hello everybody and welcome back to Skyblock Evolution. In this episode I want to try and get some farms created, the first of which is going to be for food. I'm down to 2.5 haunches and that's just not going to cut it for me. So the first thing that I have planned is I'm going to take this space right over here that I've prepared and I'm going to turn this into a farm. Now hopefully this goes well. In my head it's going to work, but we'll see how it works in reality. Before I get started on that, let me point out a few things that I've updated around here. I've just been playing around with lighting to try and see if I can keep Endermen from spawning. So I put a couple of mushroom lights here, and so the light level is a lot better right here, so hopefully none will spawn in that location. Definitely been taking advantage of the mushroom lights that I have. I have also finished this setup right here. I have a 5x5 area of the Nylium, and that is allowing me to make some pretty good use of my bone meal, so I'm getting mushrooms fairly regularly. As far as bone meal goes, I've actually acquired enough by gathering resources to make another 7 bone blocks, so we are good as far as bone meal is concerned. Hopefully that trend continues in that direction. I've also taken some time to grind out some resources, so I have some basalt, and at the end of my last episode I did kill that Enderman that had picked up the Nylium that I had, and this is going to be useful for my farm today. So thank you, Enderman, and I still hope that you don't show up again and start taking stuff. The last thing that's been going on is I went ahead and expanded this area, increase the trapdoors that I've got in here to hopefully prevent things from spawning. I'm not sure I've been far enough out for anything to attempt to spawn, but so far nothing has appeared here, and slowly but surely I am getting my wheat to go a little bit farther. So we're up to 6 plots now, and hopefully we can fill out all 16 at some point. Whether that's here or in the overworld is going to be the real question, but so far I have harvested 4 wheat, which isn't much, and I could make bread out of that, but I'm about to make another farm, so let's hope that that farm is going to hold up, or my food bars will hold up long enough for me to create this farm. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the materials that I need, and hopefully I can get this done and not get a bad spawn, because if the hoglins spawn over here before I get this done, it could be a very bad day for me. And then I may not have a problem with hunger, because if one of them takes... That was the wrong block to begin with. If one of them takes me out, I am going to come back with full hearts and full haunches on my food bar. So that would be okay, but decidedly that is not what I want. So we're just going to go ahead and try and get things in place. I will go ahead and work on this, and I will bring you back as I get towards the end and start building upward and get the mechanics of the farm in place. So I'll catch you here in just a moment. Alright, so aside from this feeling very, very, very dangerous to me, this is the farm. I have 2 warped fungus over there, and a small spawning platform, which is only the whole platform is 7 blocks wide, because I believe the hoglins will only run 7 blocks. So they're going to run, and because of the trapdoors, hopefully they'll just fall into this space. And I'm realizing those trapdoors may actually be positioned incorrectly. Those 2, and 1 here. 1 here. Okay. Hopefully that's correct. So we'll go ahead and go back down and replace those blocks. And then hopefully that's it. We'll just have to step away and see what happens. Well, I know stuff can spawn in there. So far, not the correct thing, but maybe we can use whatever he drops, if anything. Any drops? Not so lucky. There's probably a way I can get them to run as well. I don't really want to use up all my soul sand yet, but I believe they should run away from soul torches. So if I put some soul torches over on the end, perhaps they would also run and automatically drop into the fire. But so far, it looks like that's what's spawning in there. I did see a zombie piglin over there, which was not so helpful. So, I don't know. I guess we'll just give it some time and see if we can get some actual food to spawn in there. Well, so far, the only thing that I've been able to spawn in there has been the piglins, no hoglins. However, I did throw a couple of soul campfires up there, and that's causing them to run and go ahead and take care of themselves. But they did drop a piece of blackstone, so it looks like in this mod pack they might drop that block normally. So that might be a source of some more blocks for me, which will be good, even if this was meant to be a food farm. But we're going to try something. Well, we expanded the platform and we've had some success here in actually getting some hoglins. The problem is I didn't finish the entire platform, and so I've got a rogue hoglin sitting there that I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get it to despawn so that I can get back over there. So I'm probably going to hang out a little bit, see if I can get it despawn, and then yeah, we're going to have to fix that so that I don't get them up on the platform where I'm supposed to be. So, but at least it's working after expanding the platform. Well, the hoglin despawned. I was able to make it back over. Obviously, there's a few other things that'll spawn in here that I'll probably have to manually take care of. That's okay. We will take care of those as we need to. But on the plus side, I have 14 pork chops. I have food, which is fantastic. That's the best food that I've been able to get on one of these runs. So we are already ahead, and I have a haunch and a half left, so none too soon. On another note, we also have something very exciting going on. We have more blackstone. Now, the reason this is so exciting is because blackstone can make me a furnace. Now that we have a furnace, and I just put it on there probably the backwards of what I should have done because my chests are facing the other way. Yeah, we're gonna pop that really quick and we'll turn it around. There we go. So we've got our furnace, we've got a crafting table, we've got storage, we've got food, and it's all very, very exciting so far. So I'm going to go ahead and cook this. And actually, no, I'm not going to cook it yet. I'm going to do one more thing. I'm going to make a sword, and we're going to see about getting one last achievement here. Now, I'm pretty sure I've spawn-proofed everything. If not, this could end horribly. But oh, I was too close. Well, I mean, that fixed my hunger, didn't it? But we're going to go ahead and grab that stuff again. Well, that's my first death. It's okay. We're still going to do this, and we're going to get another achievement, hopefully. There we go, gold skin, and there we go, one more slot unlocked. So, aside from our first stupid death, because I don't know how to stand back far enough from my own farm, we are in even better shape than we were before. We have an extra slot. We have a couple pieces of gold. We have a working farm. We have some food that I can go ahead and cook up. And we can proceed to move on to the next farm. Now, the next one, I went ahead and built out that way. And out that direction is a basalt delta. And if I utilize that, I can get a magma cube farm going. So using the magma cubes, I can get magma cream, and I can use the magma cream to make magma blocks. Now the magma blocks will allow me to make a more efficient farm for killing... Oh, that's a lot of critters over there. For making a more effective zombie piglin farm, and that will allow me to get a lot more gold, and then I can probably make myself a little bit safer. And if I make myself safer, then I can work on bartering, and with a bartering farm I can get a lot more materials. So I think we're in good shape, and I may not even have to worry about that depending on how much stuff spawns here. But anyway, that's the plan. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on building out the next farm, and I will catch up to you once I've kind of got an outline or have it partially built. It's not going to be super fancy or anything like that. I just need to make sure that things can't reach me, because magma cubes definitely can kill me very quickly. So I found this basalt delta out here, very close to the portal over to the overworld. So I went ahead and built a platform moving out this way, going all the way to the portal. I have not gone through yet. As you can see, I can't even reach it because I haven't built up any steps or anything. But there's the portal going back to the overworld. But right here we've got a nice area, basalt delta, that I'm going to use to create that magma cube spawn area. So this is what I'm going to get started on, and there's a couple other farms I probably should get going. So let's go ahead and get into some time lapses and get us some farms going. Well, unlike the start of my last farm, oh, that's lovely. That just confirms my problems right there. This farm works really well. It's not complete. I still have more blocks to place inside there. I'm just running out of time to fight back all the slimes and get that done. So I'm going to keep working on that in between episodes and get that polished up, get all my fences in place to stop all the slimes coming after me constantly. And as you can see in this mod pack, the slimes, the magma cubes also, on top of dropping magma cream, drop ancient debris. And I've got 3 pieces I placed down because I needed to get them out of my way. And it was only after that I remembered, oh yeah, I don't have a pickaxe to actually pick those back up. So I'm just going to have to cap those. I put a couple of barrels over there to make sure that I can store them in the future so that I don't place them down. But I'm just going to put some slabs on top of those to prevent that right there from happening. And on top of that farm, I also made sure to start my oak farm over here. So we've been growing some just oak trees and put them in, instead of finding a soul sand valley, we put them in a warped forest, but put enough light around it that endermen should not be spawning. So that's that farm up and running and just basically giving me some wood that I can do stuff with, such as make charcoal. So I've been doing that, collecting a little bit here and there, and mostly using what I've been collecting. But you can see I've done a lot of composting, so I've got a lot of dirt going now. And food-wise, I have plenty of food. The Hoglin farm has been working really, really well, and that's great. I have food. Had I been smarter about it, I wouldn't have a death to go with it, but hey, that's what happens. So I've been using up a lot of basalt, gathering up blackstone also from this Hoglin farm as a bonus. Piglins spawn in there, and the piglins drop some of the blackstone, and the blackstone we can use in place of cobblestone while in the nether, which is fantastic. Outside of that, I've been expanding the wheat farm, trying to gather up all those resources, and that's been going really well. I've got about half a stack, and hopefully I can finish up that stack soon, because if I get a full stack, that should be another achievement. Another achievement I did get was picking up the ancient debris over there. Did give me into the depths, but that did not unlock a slot at this point, so didn't miss out on anything there, luckily. And then what else have we got going on here? Mostly just need to make sure I cap off that spawn spot over there, and as you may have been seeing in the video or the time lapse, I've been putting down slabs not only on top of the farm over here, but also on the underside of those slabs. And that's to make sure that the spawn area within there, it does not equal 4. If I allow it to be 4 high, then I could get ghasts in there, and we don't want to do that. So we're going to make sure that it's only 3.5, and that's going to give us room to work in there. And this farm really is only temporary. Well, this design of the farm is only temporary. We're probably going to, when we get to the overworld and have access to maybe some powdered snow, we're going to build a little bit higher, probably put a golem in there, and some powdered snow at the bottom to be our kill chamber, and then hoppers. I'm hoping we'll be able to make hoppers by that point so that we can just gather all the stuff and let the farm run, and we won't have to do all that manual killing over there, which is, I'm going to admit, a little bit stressful, because those big guys especially hit hard, and yeah, just not a lot of fun for me to get smacked by them while trying to get that farm, just get back in that farm to close up the gaps. So that's what I'm going to keep working on, is making sure I can close up those gaps, get everything sorted out on that farm, And then next time we're going to use all this over here, all this lovely magma cream. As I said, that crafts into magma blocks. So these magma blocks are going to be very useful for the next farm that we want to do, which is going to be a zombie pit. Wow. Which is going to be a zombie piglin farm. And that farm is going to give us gold. And when we get enough gold, we're going to attempt to capture a couple of piglins. The piglins, we're going to make sure to have some gold armor with them. We're going to use those to do some bartering, and the bartering is really going to get us all set with materials, and that should be the extent of the farms that we do here before we return to the overworld. Hopefully, if I can get enough wheat, maybe we'll have one more slot unlocked before we leave the Nether. That would be a good goal, but I don't know how many more achievements I need for the next slot, so I'm not going to make that the absolute goal to unlock another slot, although there possibly are a couple things that I could do. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and I hope you'll join me for the next one, where we will continue to make some Nether farms and continue making progress on all this. Bye!